Okay, everyone, you know what time it is now. It's time for lightning talks. And we'll be having a whole bunch of good talks, and the time schedule is quite tight, so I will be keeping track of the time, the 5 minutes, and I will be very strict about that time, so don't go over it. So first is Mari with some more lessons on Finnish. Go ahead.
Thank you. I see you've been paying attention. That's lovely. So hello again. Today I'm here to talk about some social skills. And I named the presentation that because I don't know what else this could be. My name is Mari. I work in the student union of the University of Jyväskylä, and yes, it's separate from the university, and yes, the one in Jyväskylä is one of the wealthiest student unions in Finland, so actually there's a business unit called Soihtu, which I am the communications manager at, and I will tell you something today about interaction and personal space in Finland, how we use it. No need. There's this popular narrative going around in the internet that the Finnish people like a lot of personal space. I first figured this is all just a pile of hevonkukku, but then I agreed that there must be some experienced truth in it, or else these memes wouldn't be so popular among Finns, even themselves. Maybe you are familiar with this type of meme, like a random number of Finns, they are lined up on a bus stop on a random Tuesday and they stay about 5 meters apart, as is customary. And now this is supposed to be funny. And also this sort of running joke, which was especially popular during the COVID pandemic, as the WHO would recommend everyone keep a distance of at least 1 meter of each other, and then the Finns would complain that we would, instead of the normal 5 meters, we are actually have to move closer together now. And then I found out that there have been actual scientific studies on this subject. Henrik Olessen's study in 2008 explored how people across different cultures spatially arrange themselves, objects and animals, revealing both universal patterns and cultural variation in personal space behavior. And his findings confirm an actual difference between the so-called contact cultures in the south and the low contact cultures in the north. However, Olesen did find this pattern, but he could not point out the reasons. And of course, why do we do it then? Well, Finland's population is sparse, has always been. Take India, for example. Its population density has consistently exceeded Finland's by over 25-fold. Having so many close neighbors, you learn to stand close to them. And speaking of neighbors, Finland has had a complicated history, and there have been times when it's been more likely to run into random enemies than some friends when you go outside. We have sought solitude to be safe and trusted the forest to be protected, and learned to appreciate personal space for the security it guarantees, or maybe we just keep inside for the warmth. And what to take home of all of this? We are now aware that there are scientific findings for differing uses of personal spaces between different cultures. This is okay. We are different in our ways of interacting and engaging with each other, and maybe we Finns could sometimes venture beyond the familiar and safe. Speaking to people on elevators or on the bus is not necessarily dangerous, and it can bring joy to your life and so on. And to those who come from a contact culture, type of culture, a Finn avoiding eye contact and taking steps backwards may seem rude, but looking from another perspective, it just might be a different cultural framework at work. And I'll leave it at that. And I'll try to find a picture by a Finnish painter to illustrate this same sentiment, but Finnish paintings just seem to have one person in them, so thank you for your attention.
Next we have the sponsorship. sponsorship talk with Martin and Mikael. I said I would be strict for this.
Just a quick word before. There is a few people that didn't vote yet for the next board member. So David Blake, I will point finger, Alexander Lochel, Asko, Wiku-Pekka. Come on, guys, vote. Timo as well, that's true. And me as well now. And if you don't vote, I will unleash Enrico on you. And be aware. So,
I want to observe their behavior.
yeah. So, I'm here with Mikael to talk about the Plone sponsorships because that's something really important to discuss. Most of the time, we fund sprint. And this year, there was a lot of sprint, a lot of great sprint. And if you look at the foundation expenses, that's the main one. Because we fund sprint and we fund release manager to go to sprint as well. So those two parts are very important for the future of Plone. And now I will give the mic to Mikael, who will handle the sponsorship program from now on.
Yeah, we have prepared a new sponsorship program. We have checked which is the current one. We have some proposals from Erico and others from last year's. So we have drafted a new sponsorship program that hopefully will be approved by the new board in the coming weeks. And we hope to start with it with the new year. So stay tuned. You will have information in the coming weeks. And we will contact also all current sponsors so that we can start again with this relationship with the board and the foundation and improve Plone and have more income to fund more sprints. Thank you.
Excellent. That was very commendable. And the next one is how to integrate plus 100 different themes from Thomas Lambert. Go.
So this morning, Elizabeth talked about IMIO and IMIO application and the Smart Web. So Smart Web is a Plone application to help municipality in Belgium to manage their website. You can see a few examples of this website. Today we have more than 100 websites in productions. So after the Elizabeth presentation, Astrid asked if we make one layout for one website, and yes, we do. So how we do this? To begin, my colleague Jérémy, I don't see, yes, graphic at IMIO, collaborate with the municipality to create a Figma layout for the site. So this is an example of Figma layout. And once the Figma layout is complete, it's time for us to integrate the design for the municipality. And to do that, we have created a project called IMIO Smart Web theme. In this project, we use Barceloneta inside a base theme. The base theme used for the pre-production website without CSS or custom JavaScript. And then when the municipality is ready, we create a new theme for the municipality with custom CSS and custom JavaScript. So let me show you a little demo of Color Chain in production website. So I'm going to the Email Smart Web Team project. As you can see, we have a lot of folder because we have a lot of website in production. If I go into the demo website and I change color, yep. With the mic it's not easy. I need to commit and push because we have GitHub action to improve the deployment for the team. Oh. Okay. So I'm go to the GitHub, and if I reload it. Okay. Oh, no Wi-Fi, just perfect demo. Yeah.
Talk about pressure.
Yes, I have action ready. So if I review and deploy, maybe. No. Yes. Time to take a breath.
I don't think it's gonna make it.
Maybe.
Time!
Thank you. Yeah, it's blue. It's blue. Yeah.
I knew that a little bit threatening would help, yeah. Okay, and next is Maurits' SFAA skills framework. Go.
Yes, hello. So this talk is about SFIA. That is the Global Skills and Competency Framework for the Digital World. You can find that at sfia-online.org. This is a client of SES Software, and I work for them via my own company, Pi76. And this is actually a sponsor of Plone, which I found out a few days or a week ago. They're not yet up on the sponsorship list, so that needs to happen. But yeah, I'm happy that they're doing that. So this is the homepage, yeah, just a reasonably standard layout for a classic UI site, but then it's using a mosaic with tiles, at least for some of the pages. And I'll talk a bit about the content because it's actually interesting. The framework defines skills on a level between 1 and 7. And yeah, an organization could use this to see where a team is maybe missing some skills. You might need someone with a programming or software development skill at level 4, and you don't have them, and then you can use some text from the skills here in a job offering. Or you can see, hey, we have someone already on the team with a lower level. Maybe we can grow him with some training. Or as individual, you can also have a look, hey, how could I grow? Or are there similar skills that would also be interesting for me to pick up? So that can help you in your career. So for example, this one is for level 2. All the skills are defined on various levels. Level 2 is also more for assistance. Probably as Plone programmers, we are a bit higher level. Depends on what you do. But all levels are needed. So yeah, now a bit about the stack. Yeah, it's Cloudflare in front, then Apache, Varnish, 2 Zio clients and 1 Zio server. We only very recently added Varnish actually. It seemed to work fine without it. It was already set up by some other company. And yeah, we had Cloudflare in front. But yeah, we've also saw, Cloudflare basically only caches CSS and JavaScript and images and no HTML unless you configure it differently. And yeah, then AI bots started querying the site a lot and that slowed down the site. So, okay, yeah, now it's time for Varnish. And I've just saw some images today that show that did actually help. Varnish is good. It's Plone 6.1 with Mosaic, multilingual, and CS admin language. Yeah, some other add-ons are in there, but these are some important ones. But yeah, multilingual, it's translated into 13 languages. Does anyone here have a site with more languages? Yes, thank you. So that's good. Yeah, so this is Japanese. And yeah, the editors, they're based in England. I don't think any of them knows Japanese. So how do you edit this page if you can't actually read Japanese? I mean, how do you even see the difference between a save button and a cancel button? So we use CS admin language. This was created by Code Syntax. Thank you for that. This is active when you are logged in as editor. Not completely sure about all the details. I think just the messages in the Plone domain are not translated. So here you can see that a bit. So you still see the default response. The tabs are all in English. So that helps for the editors. For this, every 3 years they release a new version of their framework with some skills updated or added. Lots of AI skills added last year. This is all prepared in English, and then they export this as an XML with a form over here. Gets uploaded to external servers where it then gets translated. And partially that's by actual humans who translate that. Also some volunteers, but also more AI these days also, I think. And then we import it back and create the new content in Plone. And there's also, we can also export it as HTML and then create a PDF from that, which is actually using prints to generate that. And that's useful for some people to have it be able to download the main content as well. So that's working. It's quite nice to do some work for this site. And there are nice people to work with. So thank you, Peter, Ian, and Lucy. They may see this back also. So thank you.
And the next one is Voltaform block. It's Rob. And go.
Maybe that's better as well. Yes, 2 screens. Right. So the new Voltaform block. Indeed, yet another form library because we don't have enough, right? So why a new Voltaform block? So the current implementation of the Voltaform block uses custom widgets, and it would be nice to be able to reuse them. And another reason would be to have more customizability within this. So this was all taken from a project for FHNW. They did a really awesome presentation earlier on about the whole project. And there were some steps taken to implement this functionality. So we basically reused the whole backend from the current Volta-block implementation with some minor changes there. And the main change from the front-end perspective was to use the schema widget, which is the same widgets to be able to edit forms as we use in editing dexterity content types, for example. And that's already editing JSON schemas. But it was a lot of features were missing in that part to be able to do customization and everything there. And that's what's been added into there. So here you can see, I only have 5 minutes, so I have to talk really fast. So here you can see an example of the FHNW page. You'll see the form in the middle and some of the settings there. So what did change in the schema widget? You're now able to do, if you're using the schema widget, you can actually filter out factories which should or should not be able to select, which you might be able to do or want to do in dexterity type, but not in a form type. You can add your own custom fields. So if you have a specific field for your specific site, you can add it, like, I don't know, accept general terms or attachments or any other fields which is not there by default. You can add it to the schema widget. You can also filter fields to be sent. So some fields you may want to have in your UI, but you don't want to be sent to the server, like accepting general terms in this case. We have a sidebar on the right where you can actually set all the information of your form, and the fields listed there is fully customizable. You can even have conditional sidebars. So if I check this box, then other fields and other settings will pop up there. Another thing is, so as I said, you can customize the big thing which was wanted was to be able to customize all the widgets. So what I added there was to have a wrapper for all the widgets, which basically implement all the logic which is needed for the form, and then you're able to specify your own DOM widgets which only have the design, only have the input, but don't have all the form and the handling functionality, which can be used from a library which they built themselves and was integrated into that one. But those widgets don't need to know anything about Volto in this case. Then you're able to add the field schema. This is also refactored. So Victor created a registry, utility registry, kind of like we have in Plone. And I reused that for specific settings for each field. So you're now able to use the registry to add the factory properties. So those are the values which you can set for each field. So each field, like a rich text, might have a max length and a default, and other fields have different fields. And with this registry, you can, if you add new fields, you can actually change all those values. And another registry, 1 minute left, another where you can have the initial data. So you can also provide some initial data. If you add that field, then a certain value should already be there. So in this case, for example, this is a country field, and I already want a list of countries to be specified in that data. You can override the buttons for your form. That's also added to the schema widget. This all changes mostly in Volto itself, not so much in the add-on. You can specify your custom form component if you want to override that. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. And the next one is this Piero 42. And go.
Okay, so 42, what is it? Nothing fancy. I know you're probably excited by that if you know what that means in like pop culture. Is that pop culture? I don't know. Whatever. I don't have an answer to the ultimate question of life, the universe, and everything yet. But I had this discussion with people about the trade-offs of using 7 now, since I am asking people to start using it, but it does not have an editor, like a UI for editors yet. So one of the main trade-offs is you have to launch both 7 and Volto in order to be able to edit the site, and the client has to accept the trade-off in order to get the big improvement, like performance improvements, benefits that 7 can provide today already. Then yesterday I was talking to Rob, and he was mentioning like the weird naming of add-ons and packages, and 6 came up, and then 5 came up. And then I said, well, what would I call a helper package for creating 7-powered sites on top of Plone 6? 42, of course, because why not? So here it is. So going back and forth from Volto to 7 when you edit or browse the contents, if I'm able to get there. So I am logged in Volto already because I have a few minutes, but this is the home page. I can edit, and it goes to Volto. I can do some things. I can save, go back, and it goes back to 7. I can go to my test page. I can go to the contents, and well, there's nothing in there, but I can go back, and I can edit it, and so on and so forth. So that's it. That hope that helps. Possibly, if somebody will do this kind of trade-off in the future, and it's already pushed on the collective on GitHub. It's not published on NPM, but it can be. If you really think I should not publish a package under this name, who cares? No, I mean, let me know. And if you think this could be helpful for you in the future, that doesn't mean necessarily today, but next year, I don't know, anytime you let me know, we can talk about it. Thank you.
And next one is there's a documents generation in Plone 6, I think. Okay, and go. Use this one, please.
Hello, my name is Antoine, and I'll talk about document generation in Plone 6. Some metrics. We are producing around 100,000 documents per month across all of our business apps. We have roughly 2,000 templates in the wild. The engine we are using is quite old. We are using it since 2009 in over 350 organizations in Wallonia. So the engine is happy. It's a framework to build a web application. We are only using the document generator part of the framework, which itself is relying on LibreOffice. You can check the documentation over there. It explains how to make a template and so on in LibreOffice, with LibreOffice. Now the Plone add-on, collective document generator, the version 4 has been released 2 months ago with Plone 6 classic compatibility. It was very much an overdue. Volto integration is yet to be done. It should be easy to make though, because it's the backend who is doing the heavy lifting. It's already used in production at IMIO in Plone 6. So you can see on the screenshot Plone 6 Classic and in one of our applications. Some feature where you have document generation. I won't have time to list all the features, but you can see on the slides. Spreadsheet generations. You can manage templates through the web. And it's very customizable with a lot of, you can override a lot in your product. We even have a search and replace feature to migrate the code inside the template, because we have so much template we can replace them by hand, and we have to do it with migrations. So now a quick demo. Here we go. This is Plone 6 Classic website. I have a news article here, and I have the document generation view-let on the top here with 2 documents. First, a dummy document. I can click on it, and I have multiple formats. Let's try the PDF. There we go. It's super quick. And this is the article with the title, description, and the rich text field. I also have here a very long dummy document with more than 100 pages, and it's still relatively quick, hopefully. There we go. That's the document. And now I can show you what a template looks like. Here is a template in LibreOffice. Basically, you put the comments in the document, and then the generator will process it and build the document. It's Python here. You can see range and so on. You can put Python code here, and I think that's it. Kitos.
Thank you. And the next one is Luna website builder distribution. And go.
Okay. So hello,
Microphone, please. Thank you.
So hello, I am Ionuț, and I did a Volto distribution. Let's say that it's like a website builder. It's open source, so you can create visually stunning websites using Volto. This website was entirely done during the presentation through the web without any coding. So I want to show you about it again. So first of all, we have sections here. We don't have blocks. The blocks are inside the sections. You can start with the blank section, and there you got the blocks. Each section has the height of it, so let's like this. It can be full height. Each section also has a background. We can choose the background. We can put an image, and let's choose a background image. Okay, and now let's write something. Okay, I will change the font color now. Okay, let's make it bigger. Okay, and let's add also a button. Each button has variations based on the theme, so we can put a black button. The theme can be set through the theme builder. You can choose any theme, and all the website will update. You can see. So, yeah. We also have section-based columns like this one, so we can create a blank section, enable columns, and let's say put two background images in those columns. So we can do something like this, and like this, and we can increase the height of the sections, of course. So yeah, and you can have blocks here and here also. You can write and so on. You got it. Also, the blocks have spacing between them. So, for example, here, if I want the button to be more far away, I can just grab this handler and make it more far away. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you. And the next one is this 4 letters BSSP. Anyone knows anything about that? And go!
Okay. Hi. BSSP is short for Buschenschank Sprint. I'm organizing that from time to time in southern Austria, in Styria, in an area with much of wine. And I quickly show you what it is. So the Buschenschank Sprint, change the top. It's a gathering of developers. A sprint, as you all know, with the topic is Plone, basically. But the people who are coming there are bringing the topic, so it's not restricted to classic UI or Volto or something. We are working on Plone or SOAP or related technologies. And this is right up what happened there, happened a lot. But actually I want to show you the pictures. Here. These are pictures from there. So it looks like here, this is the vineyard. We have a really old, 100 and something year old wooden house. And opposite there is a house with some apartments, a more modern one, but still old. And it's so that I also organize apartments for people, so the people can sleep there and work during the whole day, even in the night, and as long as they want. But if someone of you decides to come to a Buschenschank Sprint, you of course can also book your own apartment and have more private sphere. This is a typical Buschenschank where we eat cold plates and drink water and wine. And this is a gathering in the evening, and so on. That's quite. This is actually inside this one place where we are working, but it's not the only one. So you can choose to work in the environment or somewhere. Yeah. The Buschenschank Sprint. You can find it on community.org. Second. Yeah, I think it's time for another Buschenschank Sprint. Next year. From 26th May until 31 Tuesday to Sunday, I have booked 2 apartments with altogether 16 people, and of course there's there's more space than that. You can already register. There's an event on plone.org with the link to the registration form below here. And if you're interested, just put your name here. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. And there is still this last piece that is called awesome. Anybody have idea about awesome? Excellent. Here's an awesome gal presenting an awesome. And go.
Test. So we have this add-on competition thing, and if you have written one add-on on that sheet, you have probably already answered the question, is it awesome, with yes, otherwise you probably not have written it over there. But have you already answered the question, is it awesomed? Which means, has it been added to the Plone Awesome and Plone Volto Awesome list? If not, please, awesome is it, so no D here. And you can find them on GitHub Collective, Awesome Plone and Awesome Volto, because I've heard and seen a couple of names of add-ons that I didn't know that much about, and they may be awesome. So please provide a pull request here. It's super, super easy, and then everyone else can actually find the stuff that you think that is awesome. If it's not awesome, we'll not add it there. So there's some level of review there. But mostly we trust you. Thank you.
And that was the last of the lightning talks.